Rolling Stones concert set to play at the Olympic Stadium the same day as Bark were due to host El Clasico has been reportedly cancelled. While that's bad news for music lovers wanting to catch Mick Jagger and the boys, it means that Barcelona have the option to play at the Luis Companys, also known as the Montjuic Stadium. In a statement, the club said they are formally requesting to continue using the Montjuic Stadium until the 20th of May, would put them beyond their final home match of the season. Ahead of Friday's Champions League draw, Liverpool could face any one of four opponents at Paris Saint-Germain, Benfica, Monaco or Brest. As PSG and Benfica finished 15th and 16th in the final league phase table, they will come up against either Monaco 17th or Brest 18th in the knockout playoff rounds, with the final fixtures to be decided in Nyon this week. PSG may have only won half of their league phase matches, but they undoubtedly the one side which Liverpool would like to avoid. Luis Enrique's French champions finished the first stage of the competition with a trio of victories and haven't been beaten in any setting since a limp 1-0 loss to Bayern Munich back in November. Boasting a youthful and fleet-footed frontman, PSG would come through their all-French playoff. Neymar has confirmed he will be rejoining boyhood club Santos, 12 years after he first left to join Barcelona as one of the most promising youngsters to ever come out of Brazil. The Celica forward announced his return in an emotional video on Thursday, saying he felt like he was going back in time. As being reported by Marca, Real Madrid continue to monitor the progress of Nico Paz closely as the club plans to keep hold of him for the foreseeable future. The Argentine international is currently playing at Serie A side Como and has been a standout player since his move this summer. Vinicius has missed 3 of Real Madrid's last 4 games due to suspension. Shifting the UEFA rules on discipline means that Ancelotti will be encouraging the Brazilian to maintain his cool in their playoff round. After receiving 3 bookings, 1 game ban is handed out, but the second suspension comes after just 2 yellow cards. Final ban requires just 1 booking to be handed out. According to Sport Bild, Leipzig was eager to make Simon's move permanent as early as January, while PSG's €80 million asking price initially posed challenge. That no longer seems to be an issue, as Simons remains with the Bundesliga side. Villa are in talks with PSG to figure out Asensio's availability. The 29-year-old is said to be interested in transferring to Villa Park, though it's unclear if any deal would be permanent or just loan. Manchester City will look to secure a spot in the Champions League round of 16, but will have to go through the playoff route in order to do so. Pep Guardiola's side were the only English team in the competition who failed to secure a place in the top 8. However, they knew that anything other than a victory against Club Brugge would see them eliminated from the competition at the first hurdle. Manchester United and Tottenham put their inconsistent domestic campaigns aside and advanced to the Europa League round of 16 on Thursday. Diogo Dalot tapped in a precise cross by Kobbie Mainoo on the hour mark, and Mainoo netted 8 minutes later for a 2-0 victory over Romanian champion FSB in Bucharest. Tottenham got goals from academy graduates to beat Swedish club Elfsborg 3-0 in London. Spurs waited until 70th minute for substitute Dane Scarlett to break the deadlock before adding 2 more through substitute Damola Ajayi and 17-year-old Mikey Moore. The Champions League phase is nearing its conclusion as teams, players and fans all around the world prepare for the next stage of competition. The league phase ends on Jan 29 with all 36 teams in action on the final day, with every game kicking off at 3 p.m. To ensure competitive integrity, by the final whistle, 24 teams will have moved on to the next stage. Of those 24, 8 will advance directly to the round of 16, while the other 16 battle it out in a 2-legged playoff to earn a spot in the next round of the bracket. Ange Postecoglou described the perfect night as 3 academy graduates all scored their first goals for the club to send us through to the knockout phase of the UEFA Europa League with 3-0 win against Elfsborg at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Barcelona tied 2-2 with Atalanta in their final game of the Champions League phase, finishing second in the table. It was a pretty uneventful first half, with both teams showing extreme caution and the majority of the action taking place far from either goal. Barcelona were unable to take advantage of Liverpool's loss to overtake them for first place in the table. Nevertheless, Barcelona finished the opening stage of the Champions League among the top 2, awaiting the results of the playoff round to better know who they'll face in the round of 16. 15 best players in the league phase of the 2024-25 Champions League: Rafinha, Charles Ketelaere, Robert Lewandowski, Jan Sommer, Sergio Guirassy, Antoine Griezmann, Vinicius Jr., Jonathan David, Florian Wirtz, Mohamed Salah, Mark Tillman, Achraf Hakimi, Lamine Yamal, Igor Paixão, Marcos Llorente. Arne Slot's side will now face either Paris Saint-Germain, Benfica, Monaco or Brest in the last 16, which seems favourable outcome. The draw for the playoffs takes place on Friday, as 16 sides face off in 8 one-legged clashes. For Liverpool, waiting in the quarter-finals will be either Lillestrøm Villa, Atalanta Borussia Dortmund or Sporting CP Club Brugge. Reds make it into the semis. Only then will they come up against Arsenal Inter Milan. Atletico Madrid Leverkusen, Real Madrid Bayern Munich, AC Milan, Feyenoord Juventus and Celtic Man City.